Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus for Reb Yechiel ben Shalamis and for Rafal Chaim Dov ben Risa Shoshana and for Harav Shael Mordechai Ezra ben Rachel Dvora for Shlem V'Tzarech Shel Cholei Yisrael. The Pasuk says in the Torah Kedosha, Perek Chav, Pasuk Gimel, Parshas Yisro, and Seres Dibros, Lo Yelecha Elohim Acherim Al Panai. You shouldn't have other gods literally on my face. Rashi brings from the Mechilta. What does it mean, Al Panai? Kol Zman Shani Kayam, as long as I exist. Shelo Tomar Lo Nitztavu Al Avodas Elilim Elo Oso Ador. Don't think that only that generation was commanded not to serve idols. No, it's for all the generations. And the Sifsei Chachamim, he brings from the Sefer Tzedel Derech, who writes, Plia nisgava lo uchal. This is a great wonder which I can't contain. Mechitesi, from where would I think, Shalom Nitztavu Avodah Zarah lo Sodor, that only that generation was commanded for Avodah Zarah? Why would I think that? That Rashi has to come and say, no, it's all the generations. But that's what the Pasuk is teaching Al Panai. Why would I think it's only that generation? How is this different from all the Tzivui HaTorah that are for all the generations, that are for L'ol Me'olamim? Mechitesi, this is only for that generation, and later generations, no. Another Kasha B'divrei Rashi, the Ramban, writes that that's what it means. It says Al Panai, that Ani Mistakel U'Meibit B'chol Esu B'chol Mokom Ba'osim Kain. I'm always watching when people are doing this. I ain't sham in the Ramban over Pashtus. What this means is that Avodah Zarah is more chamor because it's neged Pnei Hashem, because a person is mis'alem, a person is just hiding from the fact that God is watching him. It's as if God is watching him and he's doing it anyway. And he's avoiding the issue that God is watching him. So therefore, it's a very, very serious Aveira. That's what it means. Al Panai. God is watching you. It's not like you're doing it in secret. God is watching, specifically Avodah Zarah. Very serious Aveira. Like God is staring at you and you're doing it anyway. That's Al Panai. It's a very serious Aveira. Looks like a very good explanation that the Ramban gives. So why does the Mechilta and Rashi not bring that explanation? Rashi brings the Mechilta Al Panai. It's that it's for all the generations, as long as I exist. What's wrong with the Ramban's parish? That it's in front of me. Not that it says Elohim Acherim, Rashi says, She'enam Elohus, they're not gods. Elohim Asam Acher, Ela Acherim Asam, Elohim Aleim. Other people made them gods. They're not really gods. But Elohim Acherim, other people made them gods. Davar Acher, Nocha Pshat. Elohim Acherim, Shehem Acherim Lovdehem. There are others to those who serve them. Why? Because tsoyakim aleim ve'enam onim osam. People scream out and they don't answer. V'dome kilu acher she'eno mekir me'olam. It's like he's someone else that he doesn't know him. That's what it means, acherim, that this God makes him like he's an acher. He doesn't know this guy. People scream and they don't answer. It's very difficult to understand. That's why you shouldn't serve Avodah Zarah, because they're acherim to those who serve them. Pasuk is telling you not to serve Avodah Zarah. And she says, apparently, you know why? Because they're acherim lovdehem. They're like others to those who serve them. They call out to them and they don't answer. And let's say they did answer. Should you then, yes, serve them? You shouldn't serve idols because you have to serve one God. So why is the Yisr Talui in the fact that people call out to them and they don't answer? So Agon HaGadol, Rav David Yitzchak Man, Zecher Tzadik Uvracha, presents the following approach: Be'amkus, U'berachvus, Kedarka B'Kodesh. Avodah Zarah is also to B'nai Noach as well. It's one of the Sheva Mitzvah B'nai Noach. And we have to understand Lefi Zeh, what's miyuchad in this Isser Klapa Yisrael Dafka? Like we see from the fact that this is said in the Aseres HaDibros, which is the giving of the Torah to the Jewish people. This is usher to everybody, not only to the Jewish people. So why is it that it was given dafka to the Jewish people when it's usher to everybody? Why is it in the Aseres HaDibros, which is special to us? It's for everybody. So we have to say that there's a fundamental difference between the Isser Yisrael and the Isser B'nai Noach. While to B'nai Noach, the Yesod Isser is mitzad ha-begida b'Hashem, that he's being a traitor. He's a turncoat. Begida milashon beged. He's a turncoat. Like Benedict Arnold, Mahavdil. Learned about him in elementary school. He's a traitor to Hashem. Hashem gives him everything and then he traits him. He goes to another God. He's bogeyed by Hashem. He's unfaithful to God. Like the Lashon of Znus. The Lashon of Znus is used on Avodah Zarah, like we find in Nevi'im. Because that's the idea of Avodah Zarah. It's like a woman cheating on her husband. It's Begida. The Jews also have the Yisr of Begida. That's why the Jewish Avodah Zarah is also called, also related to going to a foreign woman, foreign man. It's also Begida. But the Jewish people have an additional Isser, and that is that God is our Melech. God is our Adon. The Goyim are Nishlat al Yidei Sarim. The Goyim are ruled by foreign heavenly ministers. Like the Ramban writes in Parashas Elchonon, Dvarim Perek Dal Pasuk Yutes Ayin Sham. But the Jewish people are ruled only by God. So being Ovid Avodah Zarah is Merida b'Malchus. It's Bitul Malchus so merit bo. And this gather of Isser b'Yisrael, Daika Dafka L'Am Yisrael, was Mischadish in this parsha. That Avodah Zarah is Noch, is Nishnor, is not only Begida b'Hashem, but it's Merida b'Malchus Hashem. It's rebelling against God's kingship. Shmos Rabbah, Parshat Tesvav, Oschav Gimel. Hadu d'chsiv yiyu lecha levadcha ve'in lezar mitcha. It'll be for you alone and not for foreign people, together with you. Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Eini mas yirakam avodah zarah lechem. I'm not warning about goyim about avodah zarah except for you, only you. Shenemar lo tasecha le'alilim. Don't make for yourselves idols. What does this medrash mean? Goyim are also muzhar al avodah zarah. So then Yankov explains that we're talking about dikduke avodah zarah. The Eitz Yosef, excuse me. He says we're talking about dikduke avodah zarah. The details of avodah zarah. That's why I bring the pasuk lo tasil luchem elilim. So I'm making on avodah zarah. Sof. The Medrash says you weren't muzhar on avodah zarah to the Goyim. The Goyim weren't muzhar, only you're warned about avodah zarah. It's not true. The Goyim were warned about avodah zarah. So the answer is like we said. It's a sug acher shel azhara on the Goyim. The sug azhara li Yisrael also makes it that we were in Musar al Diktuki Avodah Zarah. And the details are not making gods, not making idols. So that the Goyim weren't warned about. Because they're not warned about the Dikdukim, they're only warned about the Avodah Zarah itself. Because it's Shnei Gdaram HaChalukim B'Yesod Gidram, Dinam. Shnei Dinam HaChalukim B'Yesod Gidram, as they say in Bris. That the Jewish people are warned about Malchus Hashem. And Malchus Hashem, that's more all-encompassing. So just asiyas about it, just making a getchke, making a pesel, that's not begida b'Hashem. That's not aser akum. But for us, it's a pegam in the Malchus. It's more all-encompassing. For them, as long as you don't serve him, you're fine. But for us, it's not enough just not to serve him, but he's the only king. So don't even make an idol. And And we see this in Ksubis, of Kuf Yud Amid Beis. Anyone who lives in Chutz La'aretz like he has no God. We learn from David, Ki Gershinem Mistapech B'nachas Hashem Le'em Alecha V'Olim Acherim. They expelled me from the portion of God, telling me to serve idols, other gods. Did they really tell David to serve other gods? No! But they made him go to Chutz La'aretz, called Darba Chutz La'aretz, Ki Lo Aved Avodas Kochavim. The Ramban explains, Yikra, Perak Yitches, Patzchof Hey, and the Tshuvas HaRashba, and Siman Kuf Lamed Daled, because only in Eretz Yisrael there's Shilton Hashem B'chvodu B'atzmo. And in Chutz La'aretz, the Shilton is Derech Mazel V'Sarim. In Eretz Yisrael, only God is ruling. In Chutz La'aretz, the Shilton, the rulership, is Derech Sarim. God has his delegates doing it, so to speak. It's like Avodah Zarah. Mishein Lo Eloka. The Gemara says it's called Oved Avodah Zarah. Why is it like an Oved Avodah Zarah? The answer is Dafka for Jews. A guy is allowed to live in Chutz La'aretz. We actually encourage it. But in Eretz Yisrael is the place for Jews. Why? Because living in Chutz La'aretz is a hafkah of Malchus Hashem. There's a special Malchus Hashem on Eretz Yisrael that nobody else is involved. It's a direct relationship between us and Him. With the Umos, there's Sarim involved. But with us, it's supposed to be direct. So maybe we have to live in Eretz Yisrael, Kilu Abed Avodah Zarah. But it doesn't apply to Goyim. And with this we can also explain, it says, Lo Yiyalecha. Rashi says, Lama ne'amar lefi she'ne'amar lo sa'aseh lecha ha'asu mikvarah minayin she'ekayim. It says that you shouldn't make for yourselves gods. Let's say there was already a god that was made. How do you know you shouldn't allow it to remain in existence? Lama lo yiyalecha. It shouldn't be for you. Meaning, don't even allow them to be Mekayim idols. Get rid of them. And that's not like Rov Rishonim. Rov Rishonim had lo yiyalecha is not to be Makabel. Avodah Zarah is his gods. Ayem is ebesivtei chachamim. The Rashi holds no, not to be Mekayim Avodah Zarah. The Ramban asks on Rashi, V'imkein tiyeh zu lo sesei bilvad, the Mekayim Avodah Zarah b'rshusoi, ve'ein ba mises beis din, v'lo mehikdim akiyum shu b'lav, l'shtachava ve'avoda. Shem Bakaras is based in. For the Ramban, I don't get it. Then this is just a losa say. Somebody's Mekayim Avodah Zarah in his Rishus. There's no Mises based in. So why would the Torah makdim the Kiyum Avodah Zarah, which is merely a lav, to Ishtachava and Avoda later on in Pasuk Hey, which is Karas Mises based in? Harb Zach Mur Chomur. Sorry, I'm speaking now with an accent. And therefore, for this reason, the Ramban was dingsik mit Rashi. He argues with Rashi. But based on what we said, we can explain. Says Rav Manzatzal that the Yishtachava and Avoda are also to B'nai Noach. To bow down, to serve is also to B'nai Noach. But Asiyas Avodah Zarah, and certainly the Kiyum, is only for us, as is explained in the great Sefer Be'er Miriam, in Chele Gimel, Perek Tes, Halacha Beis, Aleph Ba'arichus, Mishitas HaRishonim, that Goyim don't have this Yisr of Asiyas Avodah Zarah and Kiyum Avodah Zarah. Because by a Goy, the Yisr is Begida. Begida, being unfaithful to God, is only Avod with Avodah. But the Jewish people, it's rebellion. So Etzem Asiyah, so Kiyum Dover, Shenikra Lo, is anything called God, that's also shaykh to the Merida, so it's not the same toikef, it's not the same power. Here it's only a lav, and the serving is misa, say there, but it's still a shtickle Merida b'malchus shamayim that you have this idol in your possession. You're not getting rid of it. You made this idol, chas shalom. But the goy, for him, the yisur is begida. It's cheating on God, so to speak. So you don't have that if there's no avoda. So here, the Ikarini that was Mischadesh Ra'am Yisrael was their unique Avera Avodah Zarah, which is Merida B'Malchus Shamayim. So therefore, the pasuk doesn't start with Avod and Ishtachava. That's also Asur B'nei Noach. Here we want to be Mevar, the Yisra that's Miyuchad Yisrael. And therefore, the pasuk starts with Kiyum and Asiyah that doesn't apply to B'nei Noach. So you see, there's a different gather of Avodah Zarah between Yisrael and B'nai Noach. And then afterwards it says, the Yisra of Avodah Nishtachavo, which is universal. First we start with the Yisra that's unique to Am Yisrael. So, for the Kasha that Ramban and Rashi, Gevaldik, why we start with the Lav and only then we go on to the more Chomer Isurim of Mrs. Bezdin, because we want to start with the Yisra that's unique to Klal Yisrael. And with this, maybe, perhaps, as the Darshanim like to say, we can answer the kasha of the Ramban and Rashi. The Ramban says, "Sha'afal pish kenisa b'kan b'mechilta." Even though that's what it says here in the Mechilta, that it's talking about a si and kiyum, aval if daito ein halacha k'tzos habraisa, k'divrei yachid ishnuya. But that's not the halacha. If das haRamban, it's not the halacha like this brayso. It's like a das yachid. He brings the Taras Kohanes, Melchokas Tanakam Rabbi Yossi, only according to Rabbi Yossi. It's a lav on someone who's Mekayim Avodah Zarah. Ayin Sham in the Ramban, and the Ramban in Sefer HaMitzvahs. The Ramban concludes, Shahanochon hu, Shu Israel Kabaytz Avodah Zarah Be'Eloi, the Yisra is being Mekabel the Avodah Zarah as a God. L'chora, doesn't make any sense. He wants to be Doicha Rashi Mikoyach the Kasha. How are we makdim this lav to the lav of Avodah Nishtachavoya? And since this is not a kasha according to the Mechilta, according to the Mechilta here, according to Rabbi Yossi and Taras Kohanim, it's not a kasha. Because according to them, it should have started with Kiyum. And we even answered why. Because it's unique to the Jewish people. You can't prove from this kasha that it's not talking about Kiyum Avodah Zarah. The Ramban is docha that, and he says, no, it's talking about Kabbalah Avodah Zarah Be'Eloha. But not according to those Tanoim. Sorry, Ramban, those Tanoim are not learning like you. So what's your kasha? We have a teretz to your kasha. He says, yeah, this is what it says in the Mechilta. But it's only a das yachid. And we have in the Torah Kohanim that it's Rabbi Yossi. Yeah, but they have a teretz. Their teretz could be like we said, that this is unique to the Am Yisrael. So what's the Ramban's kasha? It could be that the Ramban knew that you can explain that we were makdim this Isser, as we explained in Rashi, because it's unique to Am Yisrael. The Ramban is coming from a different place. In the Ramban's world, he proves al Pisugis Hashas that Goyim are also Asur B'Asiyas Avodah Zarah, as was explained in the aforementioned Sefer Be'er Miriam there, in the source that I quoted. There's no teretz. If Asiyas Avodah Zarah is also shaykh to Goyim, then this teretz is not a teretz that it's unique to the Jewish people. And then the kasha is reinstated. So why taka does it start out then with this with Asiyas Avodah Zarah? It's not unique to the Jews, because Goyim are also Asur B'Asiyas Avodah Zarah according to the Ramban in his world. And in this the Ramban says, you're right. There are Tanoim Yechidim, there are individual Tanoim who hold this way, that the pasuk is talking about Kiyum Avodah Zarah. And according to them we have to say that Bnei Noach and Am was on this. But according to the way the Ramban I'm learning, Pashtus Sugis is not like that. So you can't explain like these Tanaim. We don't paskin like them. And therefore, why start the pasuk with an Isser that's only a lav, and only later get to the Mrs. Beis and start with what's more serious? And don't tell me it's because it's unique to the Jewish people, because Amachriach Misugis Hashas, that hopefully we'll have a shir about that. I hope God should give me life and breath. It was my birthday. I hope I have many more. That this issur even applies to Goyim, so it's not that it's unique to the Jewish people. And therefore the Ramban says it must be talking about not being Mekabel Avodah Zarah as a God. And with this we can also explain Close in Sanhedrin, Samach Gimel Amid Beis, Dibur Maskal Aser, and other sources that Bnei Noach are not Aser b'Shituf. Serving more than one God is not Aser for Bnei Noach. Christianity, Trinity. But we are Musar ala Shituf. Look in the Ramah and Orach Chaim Kuf Nun Vav, in the Sefer Ber Miriam, Chelik Gimel, Perek Tes, Halacha Beis, Oz Beis B'Sofo. And Achronim are Tamea. Since Avodah Zarah for Jews is considered, Shituf is considered Avodah Zarah for Jews, why is it not so for Bnei Noach? But based on what we said, it's beautiful. Because Shituf is not Begida B'Hashem. He's still with Hashem. Who's giving you life? Hashem. That's not Begida. But by the Jewish people, it's merit, it's rebellion. You have another God? That's Chaser B'Malchus Hashem. Ein Shnei Malachim Mishamshim B'Keser Echad. It's not a Malchus Shlema. So it's not Begida to partner up with others, to partner God up with others. Because you're still saying that he's still being Mechaya Mikol Rega. But certainly a Pagam in the Malchus, and therefore it's only us as the Jewish people and not Bnei Noach. And in Torah Shlema, Bebiur, Ba'os Kufchav Dalid, he brings the Yisr Shituf from what it says in Bamidbar Rabbah, Parashat Chesos Dalid. Eze Melech Rotze Shielo Shutaf. Ooh, so you see it's a din in the Malchus. It's Neged Malchus to have a Shutaf. And therefore this only applies to the Jewish people. It doesn't apply to Bnei Noach. Din in Malchus, that's our din is din in Merida b'Malchus. This is matim to what the Smag says, not say Aleph. That it says Lo Yelecha is on his Hara ala Shituf. Ayin Sham in the Smag, in the Yereim, it's Reish Mem Gimel, Tofas Reim Sham. Also in the Ibn Ezra here, the Rekandi, the Chizkuni, the Adar Zakanim. Look in the Torah Shlemos, Kuf Chav Dal, and the Beer that we mentioned. And in the Sefer Ravida Zah, which is brought in the Torah Shlema, he writes, She'ikroi L'mayit B'nei Noach Mi'Yisr Shituf. That it's coming to exclude Bnei Noach from the Yisr of Shituf. It's hard to understand. Aseres HaDibros are coming to be Mamayit Goyim. That's the purpose of the Aseres HaDibros. Based on what we said, it's Hadvar Meirim. Because Goyim also have the Yisr of Avodah Zarah. But here there's an Yisr Miyuchad Li-Yisrael Mitzad Malchus Hashem. If you look in the Lashon of the Yereim, it's before Shlehedya, Shetziva Kadosh Baruch Hu Shiam Lichu Aleim. And from there comes the Yisr of Kabbalah Sacherim Be'Eloi and Lo Yelcha. So here it's a din in the Malchus. And Klapei Zez Nischadesh, we're also Aser B'Shituf, that's a Pagam in the Malchus. And Memela, if somebody doesn't have this din of Malchus Hashem like we do, he's not Musar ala Shituf. Therefore, the Ravida Zav is correct. It's coming to be Mamayit B'nei Noach, but both in Shel Memela. It's telling us our din is B'ikor ala Malchus. We're not allowed to have other gods because of Begam in the Malchus. And Memela, B'nei Noach are Memuat. In B'siyata D'Shmaya, this Mahalach goes much further. And if Hashem gives me the koach and the moach and the simchas chayim, I hope that in a future shir we will continue. And advarim ayu meirim b'siyata d'shmaya, smechin, and we should be zochet to be makabel Hashem V'mekabel malchus shemayim b'shleimus. Amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.